welcome to CW Iowa Live here on Channel 23. It's Friday, which means we need to visit with our buddy Rick Davis from Fidelity Bank. Now, if you've seen me out at the fair, I've been there every single day. You've seen me with my bag of goodies, my Fidelity Bank, walking around the fair, and it's because you are always offering us something great going on, and you're going to give us 5 steps today, because we're going to continue to talk about HECM here today. So 5 steps to obtain this HECM loan that we're always educating people about on our program.
And again, it's the new reverse, or the HECM loans. And one of the reasons why I really want to lean on it is because we're not Tom Selleck. I'm sorry I couldn't get him to come. I see you got a great band after me.
We do.
You don't have Tom behind me, I don't think.
No.
So I will try to cover
it's all you.
I'll try to cover it up. I need something to stand. Well, anyway, back to what the loan does. It makes it possible for people over 62 to live like they're still in their 40s, enjoying their life and doing what they want to do and not so worried about money. So basically, almost 65% of the total net worth of people over 62 is their home, yet it's no value to them if they don't get to use the value and still live in the home. So it's kind of a get out of jail free card for not having to stay at home all the time and getting to travel, do whatever you want to with the extra money that's in the equity in your house. This was made all the way back to the Reagan era, which I talked to a guy in Harvard that was part of that situation when they did it, because they were worried about the baby boomers and the lifestyle, because they were going to be too big a group for the other ones to help. Well, they didn't even count for the fair trade thing to come in to really make savings less and less for that group. So now they put the program back in. It's fully automated. It has the highest performance rating of any loan ever created in the United States for the last 24 months. This is a loan that wasn't very good before, but they made it good. They made it perfect.
Now it's great.
And what we're proud of at Fidelity Bank, we're the only community bank in the state of Iowa that actually does this loan, plus does USDA loans, plus does FHA loans, plus builds the most houses in any bank in the state of Iowa, one house at a time. So we can really cover the information that you need to know. I can get a picture of Tom and put it in the bank, but that's about as far as we can get with Tom.
That's not going to do much. So let's talk about the steps that we do need to take to obtain a HECM loan.
Well, one of the 2 people in the couple needs to be over 62 years old. I think there's going to be something on the board.
Yep, we'll have graphics coming up here.
It'll come up to help people see it easier, because we are at Fidelity. You meet with us. It's a personal conversation that tells you which one of the loan programs right now is better for you, which one's better for you for your family, and which one's better for your spouse if something happens.
What folks at home watching right now might be asking, is this like a reverse mortgage?
It was the reverse mortgage. Now it's called a HECM, and it's a new reverse mortgage, and completely revised from the old one. Now you still own the property. You never lose ownership of the property.
That's good to know.
And you don't, if you have a free and clear property, you don't take all the money out right away. You can get money yearly, so that you have an annuity type basis from your own house. You have the ability to keep it for repairs if something happens. You have the ability, in case one spouse leaves, that the other one knows that they have a place to stay forever. Whereas before, if one person was under 62, they had to leave. Now it's not.
Any tax liability with this?
No, there is no tax liability. And if something happens that God help them, they live to be 125, and the house is worth less than they owe on it, congratulations, you win, you go home. and your kids don't have to pay the estate tax. So everything about the loan has been made positive. In fact, 3 of our first loans were done with financial planners and their family. And now I've got certified in the state of Iowa to work with financial planners to co-brand this product.
So let's talk about how easy is it to get that initial meeting with Fidelity Bank?
They got to call us. All they have to do, they got to call us, or they can go to fidelitybank.house if they prefer the internet.
And it's one of those situations, so we've talked about having that initial meeting, then you have to decide if HECM is right for you.
You have to decide what's right for you, because some of the people come, we help them with other things without doing a loan. Because first and foremost, we are a community state bank. We are not, Fidelity Bank is not a multi-level nationwide national advertiser product that has no interest in your future. Our interest in, yesterday I did a loan for someone with the smallest loan I've ever done in my life. It was $10,000 so their child could get through the senior in high school. You know, and typically we're doing hundreds of thousands in houses, but it's still a community bank. We do what you need, and that's really what I want to get through to the clients.
And you're going to care about those local people, and you'll even help fill out the application so people make sure
we do it
they're
all.
filling it out right.
You know what? I'm not too good at applications. operations, but I have people.
I have people for that. I have people for
He's
that.
got people. He just oversees.
And you're going to make sure you schedule a meeting with the right people to make sure they understand the commitment that they're getting involved with.
No matter what it is. And I have another one that we're doing remodeling for first. After we do the remodeling, and there's a HUD interview that is required both by the federal government and by our state charter, that you will talk to someone that will tell you all the good and the bad, although there isn't the bad that I can find now. It really was a bad program.
Really? Because that almost seems too good to be true.
And I hear that.
It's
That's
true.
why
Yes, good question.
every financial planner that I made a meeting with didn't want to see me and signed up for the program after I left.
Really?
Every one of them.
All right, so let's talk about other things you guys do. How about property appraisals,
Well,
other things that are involved?
We are going to tell you what the home is going to be worth and what the house is worth in case you need to do some repairs on the house to make it valuable, because FHA is not going to let you stay in a house that's not safe.
Okay.
Or if you need to make it handicap accessible, there's things that are possible with this loan and the loan we have before it for the people under 62 that let you buy that perfect house in Beaverdale, but you need a bigger bedroom. You do the work before you move in and with a 3.5% down payment.
Now, what happens if the house changes value during the process of this, where you're in a HECM loan, where you're taking money out? Let's say the value goes down, a bubble bursts, or you lose value in your house, or it increases. Can you take more money out?
Are you selling this loan? You really got it down. Here's
He's
what,
good.
Yeah, here's what you can do with the loan. You're going to get a first mortgage where you might take some money out right away on a refi, and then you're going to have partial money as a HELOC that is now. Only it's a HELOC you don't pay back unless you choose to. But every year you don't use your HELOC, you have more money available by 5%, regardless of whether the house went down in value.
So explain to people at home a HELOC.
A HELOC is a home improvement line of credit that's available that is interest only on a regular one.
Okay.
But on a reverse, it's there, pay it back if you choose, don't pay it back if you don't want to.
But Fidelity is going to help you all
That's
through
why
the
it's so
entire steps.
complicated.
You're going to help
I don't know how
with the
Tom would ever do it.
paperwork.
He's still. I mean, I don't know how any national authority on TV has any idea what he's talking about, because I have people it takes 4 weeks to understand the program.
Right.
I don't know how they do it in 2 minutes. I really don't.
But you need to go to the experts, the ones that care about the local people, folks. And just a reminder, if you do this, you sign it, you never make a mortgage payment again.
You never owe another dollar. Never owe another dollar. You got to pay your taxes, and you got to pay your homeowner's insurance to protect you. That's your only requirement, and that's the only thing that we make sure you're capable of doing. That's the only rule, and be 62 or over.
All right, those are the steps that it takes, folks. But the first step, the most important, you have to make that initial contact with Fidelity Bank. So we got to call. So
It
how?
doesn't hurt to call
It
and
doesn't.
ask.
It doesn't hurt to call and ask and find out if this is perfect for you.
Can you
so,
read that number on the TV? Can you read it?
515-343-2300. There's a bigger screen behind us because I need glasses
out there
too,
in West
Rick.
Des
I'm
Moines.
getting older.
I'm intimidated with the band here, so I'm sorry.
Well, you're a rock star too for offering
Thank
this
you very much.
to everybody here in our great state. There you go. The screen's up for you to read now. 515-343-2300 or fidelitybank.house, folks. Fidelitybank.house on the internet, and they're on Facebook as well. Go and see these guys. They're here for you to give you the right loan to never pay mortgage payment again.
big deal.
Hello.
Make your twilight years more comfortable and more
There you
fun.
go.
That's what it is.
Appreciate you helping us out today
Thank
and
you.
giving us
Thank
the
you very
right
much.
steps this morning. More great things are happening on CW Iowa Live, including heading back out to the fair. Oh, I think Lou's going to be talking to someone from GNL. We'll find out what happens next. You're watching CW Iowa Live on Channel 23.